Wonderful day, wonderful day, wonderful day. This is your neighborhood sensei Fouché, telling all y'all stay woke, relax, take notes. I was having a conversation with a young lady manager in a particular merchant that I do pickups from in my early day of earning income. And there's more times than not where she seems overwhelmed emotionally by the responsibilities and a lot of the fallback of having the title of unit manager. And one thing I could state is that in her relation to her moment, like my empathy comes from when I worked at an assisted living facility before I'm doing what I'm doing now. Like I have a 27-year culinary or 23 culinary and 30-year food service background in general and prior before. But in this last location or business that I worked underneath, there were a lot of inconsistency in not only having staff, but when they hired particular individuals, how they responded in the responsibility of having or being agreed to take the position that we needed. And because of a past, like frustration, like that's not something that I try to have or, hold on to for long periods of time, if any. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to address situations immediately, not just externally, but internally, to know what I'm feeling, why I'm feeling it, and what I need to do to move forward from that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And that takes a lot of work. So I'm not expecting anybody to be able to be at the point of my ability. But the awareness is what we mainly trying to cover. Because first you have to be aware in order to understand that your deepest or a feeling, if it gets to that degree, wants to no longer have consistent feelings in that specific direction. You know what I'm saying? So then what I always tell everybody in regards to my life is I don't have bad days. I just have moments. And everything is a moment. And if you externalize your feelings, you'll also extend the moment of displeasure, dis-ease, or general frustration. Like, it's not the person's fault that it carried throughout your whole day. They're really only responsible for the moment. You decided to be over invested emotionally past that moment. So you are the one that made yourself have a bad day. That person is only responsible for creating a bad moment. And because of that bad moment, you chose to extend your feelings throughout the whole day. And that's the straight truth. you have to realize that moments can be moments if you reach a level of true maturity. Not just age, as far as, the number of years that you've been in physical existence, but psychological maturity. To be able to understand your limited emotions. Do you really want to have a bad day? Is that what you really want to do? Probably, because if you did have a bad day, you already gave yourself the premeditated idea before that moment even happened that you were ready to be part of a problem. Oh, I be trying to be cool. Nah, you ain't gonna be trying to be cool. Your whole attitude and approach is very aggressive and negative, and there's a lot of past experiences and a lot of self-aware issues that you suffered or was traumatized by in your childhood, whether it be neglect, abuse, abandonment, those things you decided to disguise through your created aggressiveness or character that is now on autopilot in creation and in manipulation of the constant conscious suggestions of your conscious con, as I've been talking about in these podcasts that I've been dropping, which is the evil in you. So you don't have to have a bad day. You can just have a bad moment and then laugh about it the rest of the day. In maturity, not sulking and extending your emotion in an unnecessary extended investment, because you don't have to do that. And if you don't do that, then you can minimize that feeling or that extended unnecessary feeling to just a moment. And you won't have a bad day. It'll just be a moment within the day that made you laugh because your mature self said, it is what it is. It happened. And if you were momentarily frustrated, that was the child in you reacting before thinking, which is the immaturity. The immaturity is just generally accepted by the conscious con being in your main suggestive autopilot thoughts, because he's a clown. It's a clown, whether you're a man or a woman. Or if you're transgender, I don't want to label you. You label yourself, but, the main thing is that you choose to fall into submission and abuse of that character, that clown, that jester, that conscious con. If you are truly enlightened into the deep aspect of your subconscious self, your true self, your moral self, your mature self, then you won't have a bad day. You will just have a bad moment. So don't have bad days. Have only a moment. And if you are having a bad day, then you really need to think about how you extended that moment. This is your neighborhood Sensei Fouché, telling all y'all to stay woke, relax, and take notes. And if you're stressed, really think about why, how, and more than that, how long you choose to hold on to that and who you really are. Because if you are somebody that's about peace, then why are you so intent on still feeling angry? Think about it. Be smooth.